Got it. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
And how is everybody today?
Good. I just got home.
Oh, really? Where did you go out?
Well, it was my daughter-in-law's birthday on Thursday, but I was away. She had a party, but they did another one because I was away. I said, I can't do it. I have to be back by 10 o'clock.
Oh, that's sweet of them, though.
And I just got up to leave and they brought the cake. So I'm going, oh my God.
Good time to leave.
Yeah, well, I had to cut it. I'm the expert. I'm the expert cake cutter.
Oh,
Yeah, and if you've got an expert, you've got to let them do it, yeah.
Yeah, but I got here.
Otherwise, they'll just, the rest of them will just hack it up and it won't be right.
Yeah.
I almost wound up with doing this from the car dealer. But I was supposed to be getting my oil changed, but I made the appointment. And then when I got there, they go, oh, yeah, there's so many people ahead of you that you're going to be here till we close, which is at like 5. And I went, wind up with an appointment. And they're like, oh, they were supposed to tell you that, that the appointments are just sort of a suggestion.
oh, give me a break.
And that you'll probably be there all day. And I'm like, oh, dude, I'm like, well, there's no other day I can really come. I've got stuff to do. And then I said, by the way, I mean, when my car was new, it went like 11 months without an oil change and I got it changed. And now 3-4 months later, it's telling me it needs it again. He goes, they probably didn't reset the thing. And he goes, let me go inside and check something really quick. I said, okay, thanks. And he comes back and he goes, yeah, that was it. You don't really need an oil change until June. And I said, okay, so I'm just supposed to ignore this nag light when he comes on. He goes, hang on a second, let me reset that for you. And then he reset it. And I was like, yay.
Yeah.
So it doesn't keep coming on and nagging me every time I crank the car.
Yes.
Yeah, mine does that when it reaches a certain point on mileage. But I do know how to reset it.
Yeah,
I need that feature turned off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like when it says, hey, by the way, your oil service is getting low, but now I know it's just a suggestion and not a reality. It kind of calculates it based on, time, I guess. I don't know, but
Or mileage.
yeah.
Usually it's mileage.
Yeah, I'm like, look, I maybe drove 1,000 miles in the last 3 months, but I don't think so. I think it's more like, a couple hundred because I don't go that much anywhere. I've got 6,600 miles on the car and it is 14 months old. So
You hardly even have needed one, but it's probably good to get an early one.
well, yeah, it was a year old when I said, I guess I probably should.
Yeah, I
get
do
oil
it
changed
every year, whether I hit the mark or not. I try to redo it because I hardly drive anymore.
Yeah. I guess I would think we're all like it in that.
I mean, I've had my cars, it's a 20, I got it in January 2019. So it's 4 years old and I just hit 20,000 miles this year.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, and I used, when I worked, I put a lot more miles on.
I mean, mine is, I've had it a year, 2 years. And I've already got 45,000 miles on it.
Yeah, because you go everywhere. You use it for work.
I average probably 100 miles a day.
Mm-hmm.
Evening, afternoon.
Hello, Harriet.
Everybody.
Hi, Harriet.
Bye.
We have Charmaine and Beth who are showing themselves.
So is anyone planning on making something for the con? art projects, costumes.
Costumes.
I bet Harriet is.
But she froze right at the worst moment.
Oh, no.
I don't know if she knows she's frozen.
Well, maybe if she can hear us at least, then she'll.
Yeah,
Oh, she's not frozen now.
no.
I think it's going back and forth. Oh, now it's working. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do
Yeah.
something in my hair again, but I don't know about costume wise. I always run out of time. I have great ideas like right after, 1 year's convention, and then go, oh, I got time, and then all of a sudden it goes from I got plenty of time to I got no time.
Well, yeah, and then you're going, oh, well, I got time. And then all of a sudden it's May 1st.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you're like, poof. Okay.
And we got so much other stuff to do. It's like, oh, yeah, okay, that's fine. But I did get my t-shirt. I got my t-shirt.
Yay! I still need to do that. I haven't done that yet.
Me neither.
Yeah, it's not my forte, the costume and the art, but I enjoy seeing others.
So
Yeah.
who would like to kick off the art and costumes?
Well, are you waiting for anybody else? You think anybody else is going to join?
They could just pop in when they pop in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to go first, Liz, or talk about
I don't mind. I've got about 56 slides to show you. Most of them are mine.
Cool.
Go for it.
Yeah, I can do that if you want.
Yeah, you go, and then I'll go after you.
Okay.
Steph said, I plan on making several quilt squares, but not
Cool.
sure if it will get them done in time.
All right, Beth. Well, at least one.
A baby, yeah, well, that does happen, a baby and a duck.
Yeah, both of those would be issues.
Oh, somebody's talking in the chat. I was like, what are you guys talking
Mhm.
about? Ah, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Beth said that. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
I thought Shelley was saying that about herself making this quilt squares. I
Oh,
was like, I
me?
didn't know that
No, my
Shelley,
God. Oh,
did quilting. Okay, cool.
not me. I wish I did some of that. but
Okay,
my
Liz, I
grandma
did
never
just
taught
put
me.
that we can share a screen if you'd like.
Okay, so if I press play, am I going to see? So share screen. Okay, let me see.
Yeah, do that
Share
first.
screen. Oh, what's this? Whiteboard, Keynote, unknown, Keynote. Okay.
Yeah, pick your file.
Share, open system. Well, what's this? Allow Zoom to share your screen.
Yes,
Yes,
System preferences. Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
it's
Oh
okay.
my God. Do you want to go first, Shelley? I've got to
No,
go.
Terry, I don't have anything.
Oh, wait a minute. Sherry, I said, Sherry, did I say Terry? I meant,
You said Shelley and you meant Terry.
yeah.
That's okay.
sorry.
I'm kind of used to that at work. My boss always calls me Tanya, and calls my coworker Tanya Terry half the time. And so we're like, yeah, we can usually figure out which one of us she
Do you
means, but
look
every once in a while we have to
okay,
go.
I have a question. We can do live on Facebook, live on Workplace by Facebook. What's Twitch? Is that another social media that I don't know about?
Yeah,
Twitch. Yeah, it's for
Twitch.
it's
live.
mostly for-
You can do
Watching
art and stuff on there live.
yeah, a lot of people use it to watch other people play video games. So, when you hear people
Oh.
watching other people play video games, they're doing that on Twitch. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I've got this worked out now.
yes,
Oh,
you
I
do.
think I do. Do I?
Oh,
Yes.
we're seeing it.
You're good to go.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna minimize everybody so I can see the art.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, I
All right,
forgot that one.
first off, I've just compiled a whole lot of stuff, including my stuff, which you don't normally see in the conventions. First off, I've done character representations. So anybody who's done any kind of character representations, including me, will be visible. I'll show you. So this is the first one, of course, is Ace and Vera's beautiful
That's-
rendition of Ace and
Yeah,
here.
that's, yeah,
Yeah, really lovely. Those eyes
Yeah.
are amazing.
the eyes are, and the set of the mouth,
Yeah,
the determination, yeah.
yeah.
It is really pretty.
And then this one is by Carol Atkins. I think she's used Carol, what's his name? Bear in mind, ladies, I've had quite a few wines this evening, so if I stumble over my words, that's the reason. This
That's
is
all right.
We won't
Ace,
hold it
but I think
against
she's
you.
used Orlando Bloom for this. For this.
Yeah, that does give off very Orlando Bloom as Legolas
But
vibes.
do you think this was done with AI?
Absolutely, yeah.
No,
Yes.
not AI. It's been done with digital, but not AI. AI is a different thing completely. This is digital though.
This gives me vibes of what was available as AI art when she did it. You know, obviously,
Yes.
this is from several years ago.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
believe that
Yeah.
was
Okay.
either the first year or the second year of the convention. So
yeah. I should have noted that, but I didn't. But it's either one of those. It's not
It looks
last
like
year.
it started with a photograph and then she augmented it from there.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And that's my ASIN. I'm not
Nice.
completely happy
Looks
with him, but it's not
sad.
too bad.
He looks sad.
He looks sad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
okay, that was before before he officially claimed Gwen. He was sad.
Yeah, that's true. This is Julie's Ramatat.
Oh, Ramatat. Yeah. Okay.
And then we have, oh, this is my Devora.
Tavora.
I like this one.
Oh, is that what we know to be Deborah's hair color? I didn't realize that. I didn't picture that. Is that?
It's a bronzy color.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a brown.
she's a bronzy ginger.
Yeah.
I
She's a redhead.
pictured her hair as lighter than that, but yeah.
No. No. I
It
mean,
was a between a bronze and it was like a bronze with copper highlights or copper with bronze
Yeah.
highlights.
but
Yeah.
brown. I mean, actually, I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
Bear in mind, this is one of the first watercolors I did, so I was not so good at blending
Love
colors.
the
then.
eyes.
Yeah, the eyes. This is modeled off a photograph that I took from well, I didn't take it, but on the internet. Took it from the internet of Nefertiti in the I think it's the Berlin Museum.
The bust.
Yeah. the
No,
bust.
she's
I'd
actually
show
in the-
you. I would have
was-
shown you the photograph that I used, but we're not allowed to for copyright reasons. So,
Yeah.
but you can look it up. If you look up Nefertiti, you'll see that's where that's come from.
Well, she's also in the Cairo Museum too.
Yes, there is. She is in the Cairo Museum, but this particular bust is the one that's in Germany, I think in Berlin.
Okay.
And that's the same thing, only it's with pencil.
Yeah. I like that. I like the close up.
Yeah. And here we have Harriet's rendition of Gwen's
Yeah.
eyes as Asen saw them before he was dying,
Yeah.
as he was dying at Alitera.
That is so cool, Harriet.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Those acrylics are amazing, the way they all run together and do those fantastic swirly things.
Yeah, I've seen this before, but I am just now looking like it looks like there's some images in the outline in the blue part. You know, I don't think that was meant to be, but you can almost see some other images there, other
Yeah.
than the eyes in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful. And this is a favorite of mine for Gwen.
Yeah. That's really good.
She's a German model. She'd be too old to play Gwen now anyway, but there's something about her eyes that just reminded me of Gwen.
I was going to say, for me, she's too pretty to be Gwen.
Oh, really?
I don't think so. I think,
Well, okay, make it as Gwen with makeup on.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, this model, she's not wearing makeup at the moment. I think Gwen is beautiful, but she doesn't do anything with her hair, or she doesn't wear makeup, and she doesn't care about, so.
yeah.
I think it's her lips. Her lips look too, her lips look really full, which makes her look pretty. And to me, Gwen is the kind of person that's always looked plain no matter what. That's how I picture her in my head. I mean, I love the photo.
I think though, I go back to the way that Asen described her in Qualify when he
Pouty
had
lips.
her up against the wall and he was really angry and because he thought she was guilty
Mhm.
is when she's being interrogated or in that time. And he said things about her face
And her rosy full
described
lips.
her, and it was almost like he was angry that he found her so attractive. And so
I'll have to go
that's
back and
why-
look at that description that he made of her.
and I know he said something about her rosy
Well,
lips. So I always think of
Gwen
her
never
as just like-
describes herself. Gwen
No.
never describes herself, and neither does any of her friends ever describe. In Qualify, you get no description of Gwen. It's
No,
not
and
until,
well, you do from Asen.
yeah, from Asen. You only get it from Asen, basically. She says that she has blue eyes, but you
Yeah,
don't get any
and brown
description.
hair,
Yeah.
that's unruly.
It's not like other characters that are introduced through the series, and there's always a description of what they look like. Gwen doesn't
Yeah.
describe herself, basically.
No, she does, Gwen doesn't. What she
And she wouldn't.
does,
She
um,
doesn't look at herself.
well, in her eyes, she's just ordinary.
Yeah,
And she could be the most beautiful woman in the entire universe, and she would think of herself as ordinary.
yeah, she just.
I
it's
always
not-
think of her as pretty, but not glamorous.
Yes. And that's what I see in this picture. It's a really
I do too.
pretty young girl who could be made glamorous, but isn't.
Right.
And
That's all
we
right.
don't see her as glamorous until the red dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and at the wedding.
Anyway, here we
Well,
have
yeah, of course, at the
um,
wedding. Yeah.
Jennifer Hayes' rendition of Manala and Kemji.
I love this.
I love that.
Yeah,
That
it's
would make
lovely.
such a great poster, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay, so one part of me knows that Manala has to have blonde hair, but I still can't picture her in my head with blonde hair. She always has brown hair in my head. I don't know. Yeah.
Me too.
That's
I
funny.
Yeah, I mean, because to some extent, I always know, and I know this sounds incredibly stupid, but I equate being blonde with being an airhead. And
This coming from somebody who's blonde.
yeah, and so yeah, that's why I said I know it makes no sense whatsoever.
And
So I have
Asen
a
is
hard
blonde.
time picturing an intelligent person with blonde hair. It's
But
I like-
Asen is blonde.
I know.
Oh,
It makes
that reminds me of something that Amanda Tapping said one time at a convention about Samantha Carter.
uh-huh.
They made her a blonde so that everybody would not realize that she was probably the smartest person there.
Yeah.
But because she was blonde, nobody paid attention to her.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
So I know I'm not the only person who winds up thinking like that, you know.
But in the book, do we know?
Well, and then and to do a diss on people, on the folks with Southern accents, there are, there's certain professions that you're going, okay, NASA is in Houston, Texas, and they all talk like, okay, these are intelligent people.
And part, and then there's the Rocket Center in Alabama. It's the same sort of thing, all the people-
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
there's Jeff Foxworthy does a really a good, joke on that, Houston, Houston.
Exactly. Oh, I know it's really weird what kind of stereotypes we get in our heads,
Yes.
These
And,
were
yeah.
really cool. These were really cool renditions done by Stephanie Castillo. This was the first year in the 2020
Yes.
con.
Yes.
They're
With
good, yeah.
Oala and Kerr, Xilio, and that's Asen as well. They were really
He's
good.
a
I
little
liked them.
young for me, but Asen does.
Huh?
Asen looks a little young there for me.
And a little bit effeminate.
Yes, yeah.
But all the rest, the other three are really good, I think.
Yes.
I really like this version of Caravat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whenever I picture Caravat in my mind, Okay, I think of an ancient Nubian warrior,
Yeah,
tall, slender, and as black can be.
Yeah.
What is the name of the fellow that, he's older than I picture him, but what's the name of the fellow that died just this week? He was in,
Oh, yeah, the John.
Oh, the
Lance
wire.
Reddick.
what did you say?
Lance Reddick.
Yeah, I kind of picture him
That's
that way,
sad.
only younger.
Yeah.
That's what I picture. But
Yeah, a little, maybe not quite as bulky in the shoulders as this one.
yeah,
This guy
I
has a
was,
really
I
thick
was
neck.
trying to look up what in this book, what is exactly said about Manala, but I can't grab onto it, but I will get back to that.
okay, this is mine. I don't think you've seen this one. This is Suvaldeno.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is
I-
taken off a Stanley Tucci photograph.
I was just gonna say, it looks
Yeah.
like Stanley Tucci.
Yeah,
And he's kind of the person that Vera kind of, when she was doing her
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
her
yeah,
description, she
usually-
was kind of thinking of him.
Yeah, I think he'd be a good match for him too. That's
Yeah.
done with color pencils. That picture.
that's great.
This is Vera's Kenji.
Yeah, I love that picture.
Yeah,
I have that mug.
Oh.
totally freaked out. He's smelling his own gas.
Yes, I know that one's hilarious.
And this one by Beth is
I love that one too,
funny.
Beth.
Her quilt square.
That
Oh,
is
yes,
so
that one's
wonderful, Beth.
awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I just, the gas parts cracks me up.
Yeah, yeah. It's fantastic. Oh, I did this one and I thought it looked like Hasmic, but others might not agree. So
No, I think it does.
Beautiful.
Hasmic is plain.
she's plain. Yes, this girl's got maybe her eyes are a bit too big to be considered plain.
I like the eyes are very expressive.
It is it's an Armenian model though.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think of Hasmic as plain. I think of her as unassuming and very pretty in a very, she doesn't stand out on first glance. But I don't think of her as plain.
I've
Just,
always thought of her as very plain.
yeah, I haven't.
Yeah.
going back, Vera's description of Manala's hair is golden.
Yeah,
It's a golden blonde. It's not the platinum blonde like
Not a white blonde.
no, it's a golden, it's a
it's a
between a
Cassiopeia.
yellow and a brown in between there. It's more gold.
I think of it as just like Asen's.
Yeah, me
Because
too.
she has the
I
Cassiopeia.
thought they all had the
blonde.
same color, the Cassiopeia gold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Cassiopeia is the light golden.
See,
So
now,
that's
I always assumed when she was talking about it, because it is referred to as metallic gold in several places, that I expected their hair looked more like actual gold, not a blonde variation.
It's a slightly paler gold, so more like
Yes.
not like an 18 karat gold, slightly
Yes,
less. I don't know.
Yes.
Anyway, this is my version of Arno in Genio, with no photographic reference whatsoever. It's just
I love it. I love that.
So when you're drawing from a photograph, you can get expression, but when you're drawing from your imagination, you haven't got the expression. So
I know that makes it tough.
yeah, it does. So it's no photographic models or anything
I mean,
like that.
if I were to change anything on Anu, I would give him a slight sneer or something.
Yeah.
I tried to give him a sneer, but I didn't want to make it too obvious.
No, you don't want to make it too obvious, but it's, and I don't know how to do that. I have no skill to do that. So I don't even know what I mean.
Anyway, it was fun working on them. Oh, and this is one I did. I picked somebody that I thought could represent a Muravia. How do you pronounce her name?
Amarabia.
Marabia.
I don't know. It's just an old Asian lady I found.
An old lady.
Yeah.
Could have used me.
This is Harriet's Alinari. Another beautiful, really beautiful picture.
Yes.
Harriet, you always get everything right.
Yeah. Really beautiful. Okay, so that's all we have. There's quite a few other character drawings on Pinterest and some even some on the forum, I think, but I couldn't use them because I couldn't contact people for permission. So I didn't put them in this thing. But if you want to go into the forum or into Pinterest, you can see some other character renditions. So these are symbols or something that's dragged from tag, not necessarily related to anything in the stories, but just something from the stories that people have done artwork with.
Inspired by the stories, right? Like you said, inspired by, yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember what, and I didn't have time to look up what this particular piece of artwork was for. Was it for one of the cons or was it just a
It's for
doodle?
the coins.
It's for the coin. Okay.
Yeah, it's on this book.
It's on that one. Okay.
Yeah, I think she
Yeah,
did
I
it
have to
originally
say
for
the
the
ask-
charms.
Yeah, she did them for the
Yeah.
charms. Yep.
All right. This was done by Emily Bywater, and she's basically tried to copy the covers, I think.
Mhm. That was from the first year too, wasn't it, Liz?
No, the second, I think.
Okay.
Wasn't the first year. That we only had a few for the first year, about 5, I think. But this was the second one. And she also did, it might have been last year. She did this too. This mask has got lots of different things in it. It's got the color quadrants. It's got the winner's reef, the square up at the top there on the right. I don't know what that red thing coming down is over the eye, but
It's the Grail. It's a funny version of the Grail thing from the
Yeah,
charm.
it's
It's
kind
just
of
Oh,
off
right,
to the
okay.
side.
hard to tell it with it being a not, a good angle.
yeah. Oh, I did that. That was just
Oh, yeah.
the Helra symbol.
Incredibly bright.
This,
sun.
of course, is Liesel's stunning little
Yeah. Yeah, Grail.
3D
Wonder if she still
Grail
has that.
paper mache, and she was only 11 or 12 when she did
Yeah.
this.
I think
Yes.
yeah, 11, I think.
Yeah.
I think she's probably going on 15 now.
Yeah, I'm a young lady now.
Yeah.
This is Harriet's Night Sky. So you got
I
the
love this,
from
Harriet.
Arthur
Gorgeous.
and the
You must
moon.
have beautiful art all over your house.
Yeah, I bet she does. Is Harriet still with us? I don't think she is she?
No, she's there. She's just on mute.
She's still showing.
Okay.
I can see her
Okay.
shaking her head. Yeah.
All right, okay. I can't see her on mine, that's fine.
Oh.
What do we have next? Oh, here we have Beth's
Our
cookware.
Just that normally there's a reverb when I speak, so I'm just keeping my
Okay. And these were that's a stamp, the Pegasus stamp.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Vina Kelly. These are mine. So that's supposed to be the one on the left, on the right is a stained glass window. With
But yours
the-
is a picture of a stained glass window, right?
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
as opposed
No,
to,
actually, no, I'm not that talented.
I was gonna say, as opposed to Harriet, who actually makes stained glass windows.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, I couldn't do what Harriet does. No
just
way.
asking to
That's
make
just-
sure.
That's just a drawing of a stained glass window.
It's still
That's a
way
pattern,
better than
Harriet,
I
but you
could
can
ever.
make it into a stained glass window if you want.
I was gonna say, it's still way better than I could ever manage, so it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, it's just like the color quadrants and the astracadra, the purple for the Starlight Sorceress or Gwen's favorite color. Yeah,
Like it.
and this was the Widget Eye from Natalie,
Yeah,
and Harriet was doing the Keprish headdresses.
Julie.
Julie, sorry, did I say Harriet? Sorry,
Yeah.
Julie.
Yes.
It's like, okay.
Tell you those wines are adding up.
Sorry, it's Julie Gray.
And this, of course, this beautiful Pegasus by Harriet.
Gee, who did that? Oh, Harriet.
Yeah, Harriet
It's
again.
Stained
also
glass again.
stained glass, right?
Yeah, that is gorgeous.
Lovely.
Mhm.
How big is that, Harriet?
It's not big at all. It's the size of a side plate, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
side plate, because the round circle is the size of a side plate.
Okay,
Like a salad plate?
like
Yeah.
about
Like a
about
salad
20
plate,
cent-
yeah.
about
Okay.
20 centimeters.
Yeah,
Mm.
not a salad plate. Or a
Okay.
soup bowl. It's not
Okay.
that big.
Yeah, so it's fairly small.
Yeah.
Oh, like that, yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful. This is a clock,
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Atlantean clock.
Cool.
I love that.
That is neat. I don't ever remember.
I
seeing
had to
this
make one of
before.
these so we could work out the time because we're all getting terribly confused.
I
Oh,
remember-
yeah.
Yes,
remember
in the
using
very,
it.
in the very beginning when we were trying to figure out on times and
Yeah,
And
So
how
I had to-
how the ghost time fit in and where you started 0. I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
exactly. This is Vera's schematic of the Ark ship.
Okay, that view of it reminds me of my Simon.
Right.
Do you remember those things?
Yeah, I had one. I think that was Vera's era as well, though. They were really popular when we were kids. So
I still
What?
have one. Yeah.
A what?
What is it?
A
Simon?
Simon.
it's a
You don't
memory
remember
game.
the thing, it was red and yellow and green and blue, and it played musical notes, and then you had to play them back. And then
Oh, yeah, I
you know,
remember
yeah.
those. I was a little older
You
than
push a
you.
button, you
Yeah.
push those
Yeah.
buttons.
So a bit more like that, maybe?
Yeah, well,
I actually did this and then Vera did the other to show us what she had done. Or she'd actually done it, but she hadn't shown us. So I drew this and then she showed us what she had done. I just put the colors in so you could see the different areas of the
Yeah,
ship. that's
yeah, the different colored decks.
Rather than naming them, I colored it.
Yeah.
And this is a bird's eye view of Gwen's cabin.
Nice.
Looking from above, right?
Yeah, looking
Yes.
from
Bird's
above,
eye,
if you're looking
okay.
down, you walk through the door in the middle, and on the left is the desk and the view, it's a mirror or whatever it was, and the bed and the shower stall.
which was also where the toilet and the sink were too.
Yeah, there's these little things on the wall there show you what different things came out depending on what you needed.
oh yeah. I thought I knew where my Simon was. I was going to grab it, but it's not where I thought it was. So it's migrated somewhere around my house. I'll never see it again. Okay.
That happens at my house too.
And this was a shuttle, drawing of the shuttle that I did, but the seats are in a semicircle, so that's not correct. But anyway, that's what I first did from what she described. And then Vera came back to us and said that the seats are actually in a semicircle.
Right.
And this was working with Vera at the end of
Vermont.
Survive.
Survive, when she was describing the Vimara, the ancient Ark ship. So sort of like designed this. This is the one on the right shows you how the whole ship was set up. And the semicircle, the semi-hemisphere on the left is the top part of one of those circles. How all the decks went up and the central bit in the middle.
Mhm.
I don't think I've posted that anywhere else.
Yeah, I don't recall ever seeing this one.
No.
And they weren't all evenly, the ceiling
is-
heights weren't the same.
No, if you look at well, you can't really see it here, but the ones lower down to the horizon are higher. The decks are higher than the ones further up. Anyway. So now we have scenes from TAG, and I've put it in from qualify through to survive. So various scenes that people have tried to describe. That's from qualify with Oala.
Oh, I haven't seen this one before.
That must be the swimming.
Yeah, that's at the pool, and she looks at Gwen as much to
That's
say,
Koala, yeah.
what did you just say?
Looking back at after Gwen says. the
Yeah,
nasty
actually,
thing.
I thought she was looking back, but she hadn't actually looked back. She kind of glanced at her as she walked past, but never
Oh,
mind.
yeah.
I'd already drawn that when I looked it up again.
You know what you should do, Elizabeth? You should send these to Vera, and Vera should send them to Joel. To Richard Joel.
Yeah,
You can just look at this video.
Yes, that's
Which he
true.
does.
Yeah. This version of Oala is based on Margot Robbie.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I was thinking that
Mhm.
looks like Margot Robbie. That is just the expression in her eyes are so beautiful. It's just there. You can see it.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
mouth. I saw it in the mouth.
It's from a photograph of Margot Robbie. And I saw the photograph and I thought, that looks like Oala when she was looking at Gwen. So I drew it and put in Asen and Caravat.
Yes.
And this is the group of friendship when Blaine saves Gracie at the end of qualify. And they're flying up to the ships.
Aw. You did a good job on the hands.
Yeah.
Not easy.
It's easy when you're looking at a photograph. I don't know, I can do that. It's like copying what you're already seeing. This was somebody else's
That's
work.
why a lot of artists use like the little maquettes and things because they can't do everything from their imagination. They need something real to look at, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would this person's arm bend if they were
Right,
doing
right.
this
Oh,
or
that's-
that or,
that's-
yeah.
That's why they have art models for class.
And art models
And
for
you can
class,
see the
yeah.
people on the hoverboards in the background.
Yeah.
yeah.
This is from Compete, the way at the beginning of when they're still in the solar system and they're taking off
Yeah.
into the quantum stream.
And they can still see the stars.
They can still see the stars. It's not that many of them because it's our galaxy and not the.
Yeah.
and
But you're
not-
making it, you're making the stars elongated. I love that.
yeah, at the top. Yeah.
Yeah, out on the edges, they're more elongated. So they're going fast.
Yeah.
That is cool.
This is by Amber Dean. It's a rendition of Atlantis from space. So as the fleet was arriving in orbit on Atlantis.
Mhm.
I like that all of her stars are different colors too.
Yeah.
That's because that's the way Gwen described it.
This was the very first
Yeah.
drawing that I did tag fan art. The night the sunset, the scene that Gwen describes, not the mountains and everything, but the sky. I put in the mountains because I couldn't draw the Imperial Parklands.
Well, if it's at night, you probably couldn't see it really well anyway. It would just be a big black blob anyhow.
This could be the night sky now that we know Liz, this could be the night sky from the place where they took Margot's ashes. Up
Oh.
in the
Yeah.
mountains,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they were over a lake,
Yeah.
above a lake, and there were mountains there.
So is this the very first art that you did, Liz, from Vera's books?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's the first one. And then I couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one was done by Krista Barrett. It's another sunset scene.
Pretty. I like the
got-
little sort of cloudy bit in the corner.
Bit at the bottom is the sun setting, the white
The white
hell,
sun, yeah.
into the teal sunset that goes up to purple, mauve and purple. And she's got lots of different colored stars. There's Easter eggs in there, but I can't remember what they are. There's various things in there that have other meanings, but I can't remember what they are now. Oh, this is the roof pavilion. I think this might have been the second one that I did. The morning they went up for breakfast.
Mhm.
Not a very clear photograph because it's quite a small drawing that I did, so it hasn't photographed very well. But
Anala
I can find
and
the picture to take another photograph of it somewhere in my drawers. And this Julie has done. It's the
oh yeah.
somebody, Gwen presumably, or somebody grabbing hold of the, trying to hang on to the side of the pyramid,
Mhm.
climb up the pyramid. I told you there was lots of my stuff. This is the safe base in stage 2. All the rocks hovering around, all the stones hovering around. And that's the cloudburst from afar.
Oh, where it's raining just on the pyramid.
Yeah.
Just think how big that actually has to be, though.
Exactly. That's
How
what
tall those,
yeah.
how tall those cliffs are in the background. And
I know. I was trying to figure out what it was raining on at first, and then I was, oh my God, that's the pyramid.
yeah, because if that's the pyramid, then everything else, the scale is, difficult to imagine.
It's probably off actually. The pyramid will probably be even bigger than that. But anyway.
Well, you've seen it. Yeah. You-
It is, it's big, and that would be even bigger because it's got space between all the rocks, all the
Yeah.
stones.
right, that's right, yeah.
And this is the group of
Another
friendship
grip, yeah.
with Gwen and oh look, I
Who did
spelled
she
that
grab?
correctly, but spell check changed it to Lola. And I
Oh,
didn't
Lula.
notice. I did spell it correctly.
You can fix that.
Oh,
Sometimes
well,
spell
now
check is a
it's being
menace.
recorded. Anyway, Lolu, not Lola. This one I really love. This is Julie's
Oh, yeah.
the snorer pug.
Snore
That's Care down there with the bug going in his mouth.
it.
This was one of my favorites at that competition last year. That one.
Well,
This-
I've never put this in the competition. I put it in
Snoret?
last year just so that people could see a bit more art, that's all. But yeah, it's one of my favorites too.
I like that one.
It's lovely.
Isn't this one of the ones you did, Liz, where you did it in the reverse colors and then reverse the image?
Yeah. That one and the sunset scene, and the one with the ships conversion, the fleet converging. Because I didn't have any black paint, I only had white paper, so I thought to do it that way.
I know, that's really cool.
And this is my version of Sky Tangle City, Themisara. I think we are almost done. Oh no, oh gosh, sorry guys. This is a solar, well, the Helios system, not the solar system. With the planets. And Gwen's Wedding Flowers.
I like that one.
This was done by Natalie. It's got the Pegasus in the last stages of Survive where they're still hanging around. So there's clouds of Pegasi in the sky. And this was the Imperator before he turns into or dives into Ilatera.
Oh,
And last but not least, Harriet's beautiful stained glass with Gwen and Hasmi. Arita in
Arita.
space. So lots of
Wonderful.
scope there for people to, you know, try and make some more art, more fern art. There's all sorts of things that they can do. Hopefully we get a few more people doing something this year.
Harriet, what are you gonna do for this year?
Sorry, did you say me? Harriet?
Yes.
My name. Oh, I've got so I have to stop. I think I'm a bit like Elizabeth. But I finished some artwork. Actually, a bust that I shared earlier on a few months ago, but I just refined it a bit. And then I've got some artwork with Gwen and Gwen and Aisen, some hot scene there of theirs that I finished. And what is that? I've got about 4 pieces that I finished that I've done, but
Wow.
I'm not sure
We
what
can't
I'm
wait.
gonna enter. But I'm definitely gonna enter one.
Oh, you should enter them all.
Let's see.
Put them all in, Harriet.
I don't think there's anything saying, we don't have any rule that says you can't enter more than one piece.
That is true.
Incre-
You know, it's not even about winning. It's just I love the books and I love art, and then it's so much that you can do with those books art-wise. So
The books are fantastic. There's so many scenes that you'd like to render. And
Yeah.
people, you know, it's just endless, the things that you can do.
it's endless.
And Beth is working on quilting pieces.
Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing now.
Cool. All
There you
right.
go.
So does anybody want to take a, sorry, my Amazon Echo thing's going off. Ding, 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 ding. Does anybody want to look at the costuming stuff?
Yes,
Cool.
definitely.
All right. So I did not get as sophisticated with it as Liz did. So I'm trying to find, where can I just show my screen? No, I don't want to do that. Hang on a second. So. All right, let me just see. All right, we'll try this and see what happens. All right. I know you guys can see my screen now with a bunch of like different things on it. Hopefully it'll also show when I open things up. So from 2020 was our first one. Woo! Right? Yep. And so we only had a couple of people enter, and I believe this is the one I wanted to open up. Nope, that was, well, I mean, that was I have a couple more photos, so I'm trying to find the right one there. Oh, there we go. So I had a couple of them. These are the ones that I had from beginning. Can you guys see where it says cosplay winners and across the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, good. Then that came out right. Yay. Sometimes the screen sharing thing is not really. Oh, now it says my screen sharing is paused. Can you see it says best costume now?
It looks like it's working.
Okay, good. Well, then, then the screen's lying to me. All right. So that year, Harriet made this lovely outfit.
I'm
And
not seeing,
We're not seeing that.
Terry,
We're only seeing
you-
the title.
you need to click on, you need to open it because.
okay, well, that's why when I hang on,
opened it.
I specifically asked, do you see it say best costume? And you all said yes.
There's
I
a
see-
photograph where it says
I-
something like that.
Okay.
A small version of it, but I don't see that you opened it up to take up the entire screen.
Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't do the slide.
YouTube,
That's what
because
you
it's
mean.
already
Okay.
smaller.
Got it. All right. I was like, okay, I don't understand what you mean. Because,
Yeah.
right, let me hang on a second. Let me,
Can you
uh,
just open it?
yeah, but just looking for the right button. Okay, there we go. Now, now is that bigger now?
No,
No.
nothing changed.
It says I'm sharing the
Thing is
screen.
paused,
Yeah, you are sharing the screen, but all we see is your,
your
List.
file list.
The files and a photograph of
icons
the one
and
you
then the
highlighted.
one-
highlighted.
Yeah, so that's what I hate sometimes about trying to share things on Zoom because it gets really stupid. Okay, let me see here. That's why I was like, all right, if I do this, can you see it? No, yes, no. Okay, let me try this again. How about that? Can you
Yeah,
guys
now
see
it's
the best
showing.
costume?
Now we see a big
Now it
best costume.
Okay,
There you go.
Ah, yeah.
It's
This was
Harriet.
fantastic.
yes, so Harriet made this a lovely outfit. And I believe it should play itself, but maybe not. Okay, and then there's the whole outfit that you can see on there. Let me see if I
Harriet,
can-
you need to bring this to the convention in Greece.
Yep, I think so. As long as it'll fit in the luggage.
Yeah,
yes.
it's
long as
still in
you
my
can-
wardrobe.
If it doesn't fit, you just wear it on the plane.
She could be on the coast of,
Yeah,
Gold-
so
whatever it's called.
yeah. So the first year we only had Harriet enter for the costume, and then we only had one person enter for the makeup, and that was Krista.
Oh,
And she
yeah.
did her hair and makeup like that, which I thought was really pretty.
Yeah.
Mhm. And she had, and the golden hair, I mean, she's
Right.
got the golden hair.
Right. I was gonna say, pretty sure that's anime wig, but it was perfect. So
Yeah.
yeah, see, that's kind of how I envision everybody's hair looking, not really blonde, and it's but sort of like, you know, almost
That's more the ceremonial gold. Now,
Yeah.
Asen and Manala's would be a little lighter,
yeah,
Yeah.
but it would still be that.
Everybody
gold.
else would be like that.
yeah.
Oala and Tiri.
Right. All the
Everybody-
people that are trying to dye their hair to make it look like the imperial family. Yeah.
Yeah.
So those were that was the first year one. Okay, so let me see. I think the only way I'm going to get this to work is to go back and hang on. Click. All right, let me get out of this guy. Go over to the second one. Nope. Come here. So 2021 we had more people. So that was fun.
That was a good year, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. You
That
see?
was our biggest year.
Yep, so far. All right, this should
We
be
were
the,
still pretty much in lockdown then.
oh yeah, exactly. All right, so this one should be the next one. Does that pause? Okay, so hang on really quick and then I'll show that. This is what you get for not preparing ahead, but hey, all right. Okay, now then, yay, I'm getting the hang of this.
Yay,
Okay.
so-
So there's the 2021 one. And so that's, yeah, this is the whole thing that I played. So I'll just go through that bit. Thanks, everybody. That's what that part. And I just showed off the previous winners. Yeah, so this was a woman named Nicole, and she did her wedget eye for her makeup. And she had this gorgeous dress. I asked her about it. She did buy the dress as opposed to making it, but it still looked really cool because
Wasn't she the one, her boyfriend's
Yeah.
dad made the dress?
I thought
He made the jacket, I think, didn't he?
he made the guy's jacket, Rocas's jacket, I believe, but she said she bought the dress somewhere. Like at a store, but I was like, it's perfect, you know, because it just looks like outer space and nebulas chucked together. And then this was her boyfriend, and this was his he's dressed for qualification from the Green Quadrant, so he's got the armband on. And yeah. And I like it. If you look really close, you can tell his shirt has writing on it, and he just turned it inside out for the photos.
Oh, yeah, and then you can see the seams in the shoulders.
I was like, well, you know, if you don't look too close, you don't notice.
No.
And yeah, so he had 3 different jackets on for these photos. The first one where he's with his girlfriend, it has like little
Yeah.
sunbursts going down.
I
So
love that.
yeah, these are all just
I
fabulous.
hope he was able to use them.
I know. And I'm pretty sure this is well, it's hard to tell if this is a vest and a jacket on together, or if it's just the way that the lines are
I
embroidered
think
onto
it's
the
just
jacket.
one piece.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now that I look at it a little bit closer, but still, that's just, oh my God, I have tried to bead things before. That is not a thing I need to ever be doing. I go bananas trying to do that. It takes so much work to hand embroider beads on something.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's just a lot.
Really, really amazing work.
So's the next one.
Yeah. And then this is a Wendy Bailey, I guess. I always hate if I butcher people's names, but at any rate, she said she felt like this was Gwen's everyday wear on Atlantis. And I think she had a couple of photos of that. And this was Ricky Bristow's Amravet night dress.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Showstopper.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And
The way it all came apart was amazing.
yes. And then that's the back view of it. And then somewhere I have a video of her undoing it.
Here
Yeah.
it is.
Well, I could never get the video to stick in there.
Oh.
I'll find it in a second and play it for you guys because it's pretty cool. And then there's Harriet's costume from Low Court at the time.
The little
Gorgeous
stained
outfit.
glass
The
jewelry.
hair.
Yep. And her hair. All the little pearls on her tulle sleeves.
Yeah.
And then that was just then that was sort of a recap of the entrance. And
It was a good year.
yeah, it was. And I believe, yeah, we gave the winner to that year to Ricky for that one.
Oh, yeah.
And let's see here. I can find the video real quick. Here's the video. Okay, now let's see if I can get Zoom to cooperate. This is just crazy stuff. Okay. And show you that. All right, this should be, you guys should be able to see the video now.
Yeah.
Like the little square of it, and here it goes.
Wow.
And she took it off. Although every time I ever hear anybody talking about wearing some kind of beaded anything, I think, oh my God, that's got to be hideously uncomfortable.
Well, she didn't wear it for very long.
Well, that's true, but and I think we've got some costumes from last year. Hang on, let me see where those are. Oh yes, where's that PowerPoint? Yeah, one more. Do the Zoom share thingy again.
You're that lovely doggy.
At work, we have a thing where you can just share your screen, and then if you change things on your screen like 17 times, people can still see it. I keep thinking Zoom from home works that way, and it doesn't. So there was me just showing the last year's winner. Well, you know, from last year. And Harriet entered again. This time she's ready for the red 0G dance. I think that's a lovely outfit for that.
It is.
She even has her little flower in her hair. Getting ready
Yeah.
for Carmen. There's Ellen being dressed as a Rita. And then Jordan Contard dressed as Gwen Lark. And then Alex and I can't remember who it's. Oh, Annabelle. That was it. Alex and Annabelle dressed as George and Kemji. So she dressed up as Kemji.
I like the scratches on
That's
it.
gotta, that is absolutely my favorite.
Yes, I do. I also love the scratches everywhere. Although I'm pretty sure that's not nearly enough of them. I think
Well,
any
he's
of,
got some really nasty ones on the arms.
yeah, that's true.
What I like is the expression of Kemji. Look at those eyes.
Yes, Annabelle's face is awesome.
Like,
It's
how
just
did they get me to
amazing.
do this?
Oh, who talked me into this? Exactly.
Yeah.
What was I thinking? And so there, that was a recap of all the costumes. So we got to get more people doing costumes. I mean, even if it's something fun like what Alex and Annabelle did, you know. But
Yeah, it
and then we,
doesn't have to be,
it doesn't have to be, complex. Exactly. Yeah. So, oh, and the winner is, where did it go? Okay. I don't.
The winner was announced at
okay.
closing ceremony.
Oh, that's what it was. And it was,
And the winner was
Picture
George
was-
and Kemji.
yeah, exactly. George and Kemji. Yeah. So, so we did all of that for last year. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, so being as there weren't a lot of costumes, where there was like almost always like 2 or 3 times the amount of artwork as costumes. So I had a lot of filler slides to try and take up some space. But yeah, so that's all the costumes we've had so far, but hopefully that'll give some people some ideas on what to try and do. And I know, like I said, even though, we're helping to run the convention, I still like trying to do my hair and do my earrings and everything, like I was in court. I don't always get a chance to wear a costume that at the time. But so is anybody interested in doing the costumes again this year? I'm sure hopefully Harriet will. No, Harriet says no.
No, I really don't know. See. I'll
Feel-
see closer to the time.
Well, we are going to be doing it just a little bit differently this year. Email will go out towards the end of the month, Terry, with the rules.
Mhm.
And you have the entire month of April to make your submissions. Then we're going to cut it off. And depending on how many we get, if we get a lot, then we'll let fans vote on who's best. If not, then we'll decide again.
Yep.
That's a good idea, I think.
Well, we want enough time. I mean, the reason we're going to end it the end of April is to give us enough time to put everything together. And, if we've only got 5 or 6, then, okay, which ones are the best? And that gives us time to put our stuff together.
Hmm.
And we're not running around like chickens with our heads cut off at the last minute, which we do anyway.
Well, yeah, I was going to
But
say,
we all
but at
have
least-
other jobs to do.
yeah, we won't
Yeah,
be
because
running
we all have
around.
lots of other jobs that we're
For
doing
that
at the
reason.
same time. So this is just one less last minute job that we have to do.
Yep. So Kathleen, what's your doggy's name?
Luna,
Luna? It's a
Yeah.
good name.
she's a big old lab. She's an old girl, but she's 9.
Wow.
She's lovely. She loves you.
Yeah, she loves the attention.
I was going to say, it's either that or you love me, give me a treat, it's-
Yeah, she's definitely a lab personality. Little big for a lap dog, though.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, but sometimes they think they're still lap dogs.
Oh, yeah. If I'd let her on my bed, she'd be there, but I don't do that.
Well, Asen sleeps in my bed, so.
Yeah, there have been times I've kind of thought about it, but I'm glad I don't allow it. Because she would not move over, she'd just, yeah.
Well, Asen's got like 3 or 4 spots, and it depends on where I'm laying as to where he will lay, but he does like to be touching me. So he'll
Yeah,
either.
that would
like,
bother
lie near-
me in Arizona, it'd be too hot.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, she doesn't. She sleeps near the bed, but she doesn't sleep on it.
And then, but then Asen's a lot smaller too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Asen
Now
is much
Right now,
smaller.
he's down by my knees, so. He's just, he's going to sleep. Yeah, he's sound asleep.
He ignores us now.
Yeah, she got hair all over me.
The only time he ever really, if Susan got on, then he had to see Susan because he had to see her cats. And if I'm on for too long, then he's going, okay, well, you've been talking to your friends long enough, or you've been reading long enough, or you've been playing your game long enough. It's my turn now.
Yeah.
And then he has to be right there in my face because he's jealous and he's got to have his time. Right, sweetie? Right now he's got a shirt on, and he only likes to wear shirts when it's cold outside. And his shirt says,
Really?
I do what I want.
How cold is it there?
I don't
22
know what-
degrees here.
Huh?
much?
It's only 22 here.
Holy crud.
I know it's really cold today, but it'll be a 50 by Tuesday.
Yeah, it's 26 in Chicago right now.
Yeah, little 70.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to, yeah, I think it's 74 here.
I sometimes forget about winter being still, oh yeah, technically it's still
It's
winter.
still- yeah,
It's cold
it
this
dips
morning
again.
though.
We've just been we've had a lot of days. We've
29.
had 50 a couple times, but
It's 29 right now with a wind chill of 17.
Yikes.
Now,
yeah.
my front door is open with a screen and my back door with a screen.
Yeah, nice breeze, I hope.
So it's a little cool in the house, but it feels nice to have that air out.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're what you're in Phoenix area?
Well, Greater Phoenix. I'm in Glendale, but
Yeah,
Glendale
okay.
has fingers all over the place. I'm up.
Yes.
I'm
North.
I don't know if you know the area at all, but
Yeah.
I'm on the very north end, like
Okay.
on the road to Anthem, but in
Okay.
Glendale.
Okay, yeah, we were just out there in January and we actually stayed in a Airbnb house in Glendale. My aunt used to live in Glendale, but it was closer to what the old downtown, it wasn't
Yeah.
real
No,
far
I'm in
from.
Arrowhead Lakes, which is kind of right up by the preserve area.
Yeah, but it's really spread north. I noticed that when we were there that, wow, Glendale is spread out.
It's fingers, like
Yes.
there's Glendale and then there's Phoenix and then there's Glendale again. So it's not
yeah.
a confined area.
And then there's Peoria and there's.
Right, and it's all
City,
kind of mixed
yeah,
up.
They're all
Yeah.
just kind of mixed in, yeah.
Okay, well, hopefully, everybody will think about, some costumes, ideas. Our next fan chat will be our final pre-con chat. And that will be on April the 29th. It's a Saturday. So I would hope that all of you can make it. April's kind of a strange month to try to schedule anything because of Easter. And we not only have Easter in America
Easter,
and other
yeah.
countries, we also have Orthodox Easter, which is the week after our Easter. And so,
Liz has that.
I call it Easter part 1 and Easter part 2.
yeah, so we've got Easter part 1, Easter part 2. And then of course, we have the con in May. So
So
it's
I
Yes,
see that Vera is working on 2 books right now. Do we know when the next book is coming out, or has she given any clue as to that? I know she's working on 2 at a time.
Well,
Right.
she's mainly working on EOS now, but she's also writing the chapters for the Amravet night. or the
Amravet days, yeah.
days, I mean. excuse
and
me.
whether those are going to be actually in the order that they appear in the book is kind of,
Yeah,
we don't know.
so she's
But we
putting.
we don't know any dates, right?
No,
She
dates
doesn't know
yet.
any dates. She
Mm.
just got finished putting all the final touches on people and
Right,
getting.
I've been excited, I've been enjoying that very much.
Well, you actually got the paper version already. Wow.
Yeah, which is way better than the digital version. 'cause
Oh,
you can
yeah.
mark it up.
Yeah.
And you can put little I haven't, but you can put little sticky notes if you want.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
No,
doing
I like,
reference books.
for reference books, it's good to have a paper.
Yeah,
book, Sure.
I like using these teeny little kind of see-through post-it
Yeah.
arrow things, because then they don't they don't take up a lot of space, and you
yeah, I
can.
should order some of those. But I've enjoyed thinking about something and then looking it up, and it's been very good that way. I've been happy that I got this version.
Good, good.
Do you have any version of a Dollar Tree near you, Kathleen?
Sure.
They almost always have those things there at the Dollar Tree. So
Oh,
the little.
yeah, my inclination is just to order it from Amazon, but Dollar Tree is probably cheaper.
Yeah, some things it's always, if Dollar Tree's got it, go there.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah,
that's
there's
usually
all
the first
kinds of-
place I hit.
There's all
Amazon.
kinds of dollar stores. I'm not in a rural location. There's lots around me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar.
Oh, gosh.
Of course, now I
Um,
renamed it the $1 and a quarter store, but instead of
Well,
Dollar.
yeah, the Dollar Tree should really be the $2 store.
I
And
never
then
go
Five
to- I
Below
never
is another
go.
one.
I never have to go much to the store for stuff much anymore.
Five
Except
Below
for
turned
grocery
into
store.
10 Below.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said Five
And,
Below.
you know,
turned into 10
that's
Below.
one store that, I mean, yeah, I can usually find some little stuff at Dollar Tree, but Five Below, I just could hardly ever find anything I liked.
When they first opened and everything really was 5 or below, they carried this one brand of nail polish that I really liked. And then I'd find a couple of things in there, like playing cards once in a while or something. But now they have a lot of stuff that's like, no, I can get that at Walmart, and it actually is cheaper at Walmart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
you
know
know,
generally-
Dollar Tree is, I think I got some wine glasses there one time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they were $1 a piece. Well, yeah, because for some reason my wine glasses kept getting broke.
Hmm.
So I had to buy some more. It's pretty
I
good. when you
always-
only got
I've
one
always
wine
found it to
glass that
be
isn't
a bit
broken.
junky. But for those kind of things, it would be good, Terry, the little tabs.
Oh, yeah. It's like with anything, but especially like, I live near 3, 4 different Dollar Trees, 4. It just depends on which way I'm going. And all 4 of them, there's some things that all the Dollar Trees have. And then there's some things that's like, well, this one's got that kind of stuff, and that one's got this other kind, like this one will have more grocery items, and that one will have, and then it also depends on like what other store in the area got rid of a bunch of stuff, because then it'll all wind up at the local Dollar Tree. And so you just never know what they're going to have. But sometimes, sometimes it's like, oh, look, more junk. Yeah. But
Yeah, that's kind of the way Big Lots got to be.
yeah. Yeah, there's a Dollar Tree that's literally next door to the Dollar General. That's not far from here. And so because Dollar General carries a lot of grocery items, then that Dollar Tree does too. They'll have like bread and a few other things that most of the rest of the Dollar Trees don't. So it all depends on what other store they're near as to who they're trying to be
And-
competition with.
You even have that at the grocery stores here. So they'll
Yeah.
cater to
I
that
just
little,
don't do that much walking around grocery stores anymore.
Oh.
I just don't. But I find I end up spending more than you know,
Mhm.
Always, yes. No matter where I go, I spend more than I think I'm going to.
Mhm. I do that a lot. Okay, well, I don't think we've got any, if nobody else has anything, I think we'll go ahead and call this
Cat done?
event closed.
Yeah, we're done.
We're done.
well, have a nice day, everybody.
Thanks.
Okay.
I appreciate you all taking time out of your day to join us. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody. See you
Bye.
Next time. Take care. Bye.
Hey, look, it's just us left.
Then there were us.
Harriet didn't lose power today.
I
No.
know. I know, that's pretty wild. Oh my God, my cousin